Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, and this is a short video. We have a request from a customer who saw my 4000C video where we rebuilt the reel, and they asked to see how the bail spring assembly goes together. And I guess they have it in pieces and parts at the moment, so I thought I would take the cover off, show you the proper way it is set, and then show you how to set it in this video. I'm not going to use this particular reel for the video. I'm going to use a 7000, which is similar in design and nature, and it's identical in the way that you set the bail spring. But this is a reason why I say take pictures along the way. You want to get the orientation of this before you do any work. That way, when you go to do a repair, you can refer back to your notes if you're having trouble understanding where the tag end is or how it came off or something similar to that. So the only thing that I've done here on this reel is to remove the little cover. That's all it's hiding under that cover, and the screw. So we're going to set this one aside. As I mentioned, I have a parts reel here. It's a 7000. It's an older version of the C. The C came after the 7000C. And let's go ahead and show you how to do it. Now, this is a bail that I call a hammer bail. There's probably a technical term for it, but what happens is you open your bail on the trip lever, and you can see the wear here actually. When it comes around to this corner, it actually strikes the end of the body, and that striking causes the bail to flip. There are no internal levers or bail arms or anything like that. It's simply whacking it against the side case, trips that lever. And inside, as you saw on the other one, there's a spring so that when it hits, right now it's fully loaded, compressed, and when it hits that, it'll flip back. So we'll show you once I reset this without the cover. We'll show you how that happens when it rams. The easiest way to work on a bail arm with a loaded spring is get all of the peripherals out of the way. I suggest, quite honestly, just take the rotor off, but we can work on it with this in place here. But take the rotor off. It's the easiest of all to do that. You simply pull the spool, open up the body, because you're probably going to be repairing this at some point anyway. Open up the body, remove the attach screw from the crosswind block, pull the shaft, take the nut off, take the rotor off. But of course, right now we just want to wrestle with the bail, and you can do it. The only problem with when you do it this way is you've got the bail moving, so you know, sometimes taking the rotor off just makes it easier in the long run. So let's show you how this is done then. We take the set screw out, or the cover screw, and I'm going to put that screw into my parts basket with the rest of the reel parts over there. I'm not too worried that I got the other plate in there, because this screw head is just a little bit broader than the other screw head, but I'll move that one out of the way for the moment. And that'll allow you to get access to the cover plate. Now, the cover plate has a little bit of tension on it because it's holding down the spring in the one portion. Just get it something like that where you can work it through. If you need to, you can back off the bail arm screw, and that'll show you. So this is the same screw, the same spring setup. If you notice, it's just a little bit higher up because the channel is there, but it's the same idea. Tag arm in a couple of loops, catches under the bail arm, and take a picture at this point if that's what you're doing. I'm gonna, because this is not in pieces, I'm gonna hold that spring as we take this off with my finger. And a lot of you are probably saying, well, he doesn't have his glove on at the moment. Well, I don't, because there's nothing in here. A lot of people ask me why I don't generally service a bail arm during my service, and the truth of the matter is there's nothing in there that really needs servicing. I'm going to take that off right now. You can see how the spring sets under this guidepost here and in the point in the bail arm here. I'm going to just take that spring out now so we can show you how to work this. But there's nothing really that needs to be done. Perhaps a drop of oil sometimes behind here. That's basically all you need. Unless you've got a broken bail arm, I don't suggest you taking it off to play around with it. There's nothing really in there. Alright, so I'm just going to show you. Here's the spring hole on this. And we saw the orientation of the spring. This is the downside. It's a shorter leg than the upside. So remember, when you take these pieces off, make a note of that. The short leg goes inside the body, the long leg goes up top. The long leg actually goes into the hole here like that. The short leg goes into the side of the case. And this is real easy. All you're going to do now, yeah, real easy. Bales are never easy. That's sort of a standing joke with me. I like to hold the spring on the back, put the tag end into the hole, and now it's a matter of compression. You saw that before. So what we're going to do now is hold the spring, push down, and center your bale over your bale screw. And that's essentially all you need to do, short of getting the screw in. And this is a balancing act now, right? You don't want to shoot it anywhere. Be careful, but put the screw in, set it in your hole, get it started manually, hopefully. Hopefully this whole thing doesn't just shoot right now. That's the sort of the problem with bales, right? And I think we got it now. Tighten your screw down. And I like to leave the last 2 or 3 turns left here because I want to slide that plate under, but I did tell you I was going to show you how this works. So when you go to flip your bale now, you're flipping your bale, it's loading the spring, so that's a compressed spring now, and when you whack the arm, it's going to shoot the spring back up. So I left that last turn or 2 off because I do want to put the cover plate back on, and I find it's easier to slip it under that assembly with the last turn or 2 off. And remember, you got a spring sitting here, so sometimes it's a little tougher to work it. You can hear the click, you just heard the click, slide it up. Then I like to complete the turn of the screw so it's nice and tight. Put the little set screw in for the cover. And then we'll give it a try out. We're going to pretend that the bale is on here. It's always, as you saw, you can't do this with the bale arm attached on this side. It's just a wrestling match, so don't bother. And as I mentioned, it's just a parts reel, so there's no shame in all the dirt and stuff sitting on here. I bought it, it had a broken bale, and these are relatively rare. Okay, so pull the bale down to release. Now you can imagine your bale is standing up. It comes around, it whacks the side plate and closes. Just to show you that again, it's down, it whacks, it closes. It's down, it hits, it closes. If it's not doing it just simply that easy, then you want to go back and check the spring reset, check the torque on this. But it's got to go easy. If it's not going easy, then you want to go back and make sure that there's not something hung up in it. So that's it. That's about as elementary as you can go in terms of setting a bale spring. This is on the Daiwa 4000C, which we showed you here. Same idea. Just get this stuff off of it. Get the screw, the line guide, the bale. Get all of that stuff off of there, and then remove this screw. Plant the tag arm into the bale arm. Come on, set the side down here, the shorter side. Set that into the case, and then compress and insert the screw and close the reel up. So that easy, if it's easy enough. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed that. If you did, please like it. If you want to see more of this kind of stuff, let me know, and please subscribe. Again, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Thank you for watching.